Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel, and today we are at the beautiful Big Skies Cotswold Glamping in the Cotswolds. We're here with Vicki and Kenny, who have been running their site since 2021. So we're here to learn all about how they started, what led them to have safari tents and bell tents, and what the plans are for the future. A huge thank you to ResNexus, our channel sponsor. It's the property management software that we use every day, and we couldn't run our glamping business without it. Thank you so much for having us. We heard a bit earlier about your planning story. Do you mind telling everybody how you got planning? Because I know it was a bit of a struggle.
Okay, so we didn't actually get planning, but we did have a struggle. Back in 2016, we went for planning consent, and we got it rejected. We took it to appeal. It still got rejected. So we actually parked the idea. We thought, no, we're never going to get a glamping site. We both got jobs and carried on with our lives. And then COVID came along, and COVID gave us an opportunity. In 2021, no one could go abroad, so we said, well, let's give glamping a go. They also extended the 28-day rule, because usually you can only do this kind of thing on your land for 28 days without planning consent, but they upped it to 56 days. So we just went for it. We bought some tents, we bought some composting loos, and we set it up, and it was really successful, wasn't it?
Very.
Yeah. It was great. People loved the site, and we came to the end of that. It was great. We thought, yeah, we'd love to do it again. But that 28-day rule was coming back, and we thought, well, it's not viable just to do it for a month. So we looked at other options. We knew planning wasn't going to help. So we looked at exemption organisations and came across the Greener Camping Club. I emailed them, and it took them about 4 months to get back to me, but they did eventually get back to us, and they were able to help us. So the one stipulation was that they had to email the council, and the council had 30 days to object to it. Luckily, the council didn't reply, and that was seen as no objection, and so we got our certificate, which allows us to run all summer going forward. So yeah, we were able to start a business, and our business was going to be viable.
So was it something that you'd always done, camping and glamping, that made you want to do glamping?
No. We inherited our house off my grandparents, and we looked at the views here, and we decided we wanted to share them. We just thought, this is such an amazing site.
It is, yeah.
What can we do with the farm? Farming doesn't really make very much money, as I'm sure everybody's seen Jeremy Clarkson's Diddley Squat Farm. It really is true. So we just thought, yeah, let's give hospitality and glamping a go. We're not from that background, so it is very, very new to us. Never dealt with guests before.
On the planning thing though, the reason we didn't get planning, because we are in an area of outstanding natural beauty, and we're on the Cotswold Way as well, and they said there'd be a visual impact.
Visually,
there'd be a visual impact to the site, but the fact we've still got the site,
Yeah.
even though we don't need planning, it puts a mockery on the planning process.
It does. Like the Greener Camping Club are opening up glamping and camping to places that you never would have been able to come before, and I think it's a really good thing. So you started off with 5 bell tents?
5 bell tents, yeah.
And where did you get your bell tents from?
So our original ones came from Life Under Canvas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they were okay. They managed to last for 2.5 years, didn't they?
Yeah.
So we
did pretty well.
So we did our short season with them, and then we did 2 full seasons. But by the end of last year, they had their day, and sadly, we actually were going to extend for an extra weekend at the end of last year. But we had a big storm that came through, and they ripped. 2 of them like completely ripped. And we had to cancel our booking, and it was awful.
No.
It was awful, but we had no other choice.
Yeah. At least it was right at the very end of the season.
So going forward, we've actually bought them from a different place this time. We've gone with the Sussex Bell Tent Company, and I'm quite impressed with them.
They seem to be thicker
I think
material.
They look really lovely.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the plan going forward until perhaps we can upgrade to more permanent structures.
more
Yeah. So this is your
something else.
second season with these?
No,
Your first season with these.
It's our
Okay.
first season, so we're really liking these. They do offer a lot more space than the bell tents, and they're cooler as well.
Yeah.
They're not as warm inside.
So these are Clear Sky Safari tents, aren't
Yes.
they? But you got them second hand, which I'd never even thought about doing. That's
so
brilliant.
we saw some second hand. I think what gave us inspiration, I think it's really important every year to go and do like a little trip to another glamping site to see how they're doing things. And we actually went to stay in some domes.
Oh, okay.
And we spoke to the owners, and they were another Greener Camping Club site.
Yeah.
And they'd sourced their domes second hand, and we hadn't even thought about that as an option. So we then started looking online, and there were different. We're looking at all kinds. So most things had sold, hadn't they? There were some domes, but they'd already sold. And then these we came across these, and
fairly locally. They were up in Worcester, which is
they were like 50 minutes away.
50-minute drive away.
So you whipped in the car that night. Well, I went off to gymnastics duty, and there were only 2 left. The rest he'd had 10 on his site.
Wow. Okay.
And he'd bought them all new.
Yeah.
And the rest had all gone. There were just the last 2.
Yeah.
And so we gave him a deposit.
Yeah.
And started the process of taking them down and getting them back here, which was
A friend and I did that, which was quite a chore.
Quite up there. I can't even imagine.
We then decided we'd try and put them up ourselves. We got probably 4. We tried about 4 times, but things we were trying it too intricately. We were trying to get everything level and all that sort of stuff at the beginning. Thought that's not working, so we got the first one. We got the Clear Skies guys to come and do the first one for us. I helped them and watched what they were doing, and it was just a case of get everything in place, make sure the dimensions are right, not worry about the levels, and then it went up very easily. So my friend and I then put this one up ourselves with Vicki. Sorry,
I pulled on some ropes.
Yeah. So
And Clear Sky were really helpful by the sounds of things.
They were very helpful, and the guy who came and there was 2 guys, but there was one who'd been doing it for years, said if you have any problems with putting the second one up, don't hesitate to give us a call. Luckily we didn't need to, because the tips he gave us while he was doing it really helped.
And so you've got composting loos everywhere. Apart from, I've been following your progress of building your brand new shower and toilet block. How has that revolutionised your life by having flushing toilets and showers and things like that there?
Yeah, that's been really nice actually. It means one, I don't have to worry about people using the composting loos incorrectly, because I used to stay up at night going, I need to go and check the toilets in case someone's pooed in the wrong hole. So yeah, they're so much easier to look after. We still do have some composting loos, which people do still tend to quite like to use, which I wish that they didn't.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you could probably just get rid of it if you.
I probably could, but I think it's that sort of, particularly there's a little walk to the flushing loos, so particularly it's like that wee in the evening, isn't it? It's quite nice to have it there. We did have to get planning permission for the building because it was a permanent building, and we had to put the septic tank in. So I put in the planning application myself. I was dubious as to whether I would get planning for it because the planners didn't want the business to be here, but actually it flew through really easily. It took a little bit longer than we'd hoped, just because I wanted to discharge all my conditions before they granted consent, so we could hit the road running when we got the go ahead. But we managed to get it all done just in time. We were literally we were still doing some clear up work when the first guests were arriving.
Sounds familiar.
And actually it's still not quite finished. There's still some finishing touches to do on the building. But we're just waiting for our guy to come back. But it's functional now. It's very functional. It's functional and it works.
And it's great that you've got a little honesty shop there, and you've got those charging points for phones and fridges and stuff. So that's it's really good. But you've got a planning background, haven't you? So it probably was like the fact that you could do it yourself saved you a lot of money.
That saved us about £4,000 because if I'd had to get an agent in to do the planning for me, it would have been a lot of money. So it was a good saving, and that definitely helped towards the building.
So would your advice generally be to seek help and advice from a planning consultant with things like this, or do you think people can do it themselves?
I think people can do it themselves, but I don't be naive about it because planning is its own language. And unless you have an understanding of policy and how that works and how that refers to your business, I probably would get expert help. I'm looking at setting up a bit of an online company where I will give guidance to people to help them through that journey and to give them the knowledge that they need to be able to do it a bit more themselves. It's about getting through to those planners that it's not a permanent structure. It could all be removed. It's maybe only got a 10-year life.
And you can go back to sort of leave no trace.
So it's knowing how to word things in your planning application and stuff. And but you also think we went in too much too soon.
We did. We went in too much too soon, and I think you can do that with planning authorities. If you go, we went in saying we wanted 5 units. And they just went, oh my God, that's too much. It's a field that's got no development on it already.
It included log cabins as well, though, so that was another issue.
I think the log cabins were probably more the problem.
So if people have, like in the UK, have planning questions, are they able to come to you and like have you got an option of like a one-to-one call they could have with you to like go through their ideas?
Absolutely. There will be an option of that where we can sit down, we can have a look at their site, we can see what their constraints are, whether they fall within any designated zones. For example, we're in a landscape designated zone here, which is the area of outstanding natural beauty, and getting planning consent in these areas is more tricky, particularly if you can be seen from footpaths or roads. If you're completely like secluded within a woodland, then actually it's going to be easier. Unless it's an ancient woodland, then you've got ecology issues, so you wouldn't be able to put it in there. So there's lots of different reasons why you couldn't get planning and why you could get planning, and which areas are more suitable than others. And I would happily have a look at people's planning applications.
I think the important thing to stress there is that it's not impossible. Wherever you are, it's not impossible to get planning. It's just, it'll be more difficult.
Yeah. And what are your plans for the future? Are you happy with your camp? So you've got camping, you've got bell tents, and you've got safari tents. Are you any more plans to expand?
We won't expand, but we might get better. So I think we might upgrade the bell tents.
Yeah.
Perhaps to these. We quite like the domes as well, don't we? We do quite like the domes. So we should probably come and have a look at your domes at some point.
Yeah, definitely come and visit. We're only up the road.
Yeah, we stayed last year and it was
Where did you stay
fantastic.
last year?
What they were called ABBA Glamping.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So again, they were farmers, weren't they? That diversified.
They ran a farm,
and they just had 3.
Yeah.
They just had 3.
Yeah.
But they were cute. They were really cute, and it was sort of looking out onto the Brecon Beacons.
Oh, wow,
and it was the views were amazing,
it was
weren't
beautiful.
they?
Yeah,
But
okay.
you say we're not expanding, but we are looking at putting one more.
Oh, we are. Yes, I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, so we have got some
a couple
plans.
of retreats, sort of,
yeah,
a bit further out.
the Greener
on
Camping
the
Club
land.
have been really good to us, and they've given us permission to put a cabin on another area of the farm that's a little bit further away from our house. Yeah, so that's going to be the option. Couples retreat. You won't be able to park next to it. You will have to walk through the woods
I think that's
to get to it,
yeah.
and it sits in an area that's got the most, like, we've got good views here, but the views up there are just amazing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Oh, we'll have to come back when it's all done and do part 2. But thank you so much, and you've given us so many insights into planning as well. I will put Vicki's details in the description so that if you want to get in touch with her about anything to do with planning, then please feel free. And thank you for watching. We will see you on the next video.